Welcome to the 1204. A lot of vegans believe that if a non vegan, which they refer to as a carnist, were to watch documentaries such as Dominion, Cowspiracy, or Pignorant, they believe that that carnist will become a vegan overnight. And you often hear in debates these vegans tell the carnist, you need to watch Cowspiracy, you need to watch Pignorant, you need to watch Dominion. And they believe that's a magical fix. They believe that, honestly speaking, they honestly believe that if you were to watch one of those documentaries and you are still a non vegan, you are still a carnist, then there is something wrong with you. You are a psychopath. They actually believe that. I mean, I've watched seconds of Dominion and maybe minutes of Cowspiracy. And not because I found it hard to watch, I found those documentaries extremely mundane. I don't have much time to myself. I don't have much hours to myself because I work so much. And if I had a spare 2 hours, there is no way I am going to watch that rubbish because I would much rather watch other things that I find more amusing. And if I'm to be honest, there is nothing that those three documentaries could show me that's going to change my mind about eating meat. And I know some vegans are going to see that as me not wanting to watch it because I'm scared of the truth and blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit in front of the telly and watch something which I find uninteresting and mundane. The truth is this: there is nothing that those documentaries could show me. You have to remember, see, because a lot of vegans think that most people would be vegans if they had to slaughter their own food. Sorry, if they had to slaughter their own meat, if they had to kill an animal, if they had to kill a chicken or kill a turkey or kill a pig or kill a cow, most people will be like, fuck that, I'm not doing it. I don't have the heart to do it. Therefore, they're going to eat plants, be a vegan. I do think that some people may not be able to do it, but I think those people is in a very, very small minority. See, because I see slaughtering animals. I see that as washing your own car. Listen, most people do not wash their own cars. Most people would go to the car wash because it's convenient. Everyone has a running tap in the house. Everyone can get access to a sponge and car wash gel, but most people are gonna much rather take it to a car wash because it's more convenient. Just like it's very convenient for us to walk into the supermarket or to the local butchers or to the halal butchers and buy meat. It's already been gutted, it's already been cleaned, it's already been skinned or plucked. depending on what kind of animal it is. And all you have to do is take it home, give it a quick rinse, spice it up, and pull it in the uncle. I'm sorry, pull it in the oven, and Bob's your uncle. As simple as that, as convenient as that. I have killed many animals. It's not a big deal. I remember being 7 years of age. I was on a family holiday to Nigeria, and I remember my grandma killing a cow. No word of a lie. I remember her cutting the head off, and I heard the screams, I heard the cries of that cow, but it didn't bother me. It tasted amazing. I'm not even joking. I have killed animals myself. I've killed goats. I've killed chickens more than I care to remember. Rabbits, everything. Even in the United Kingdom, I shoot pheasant. I'm going to go out in the next couple of weeks and I'm going to shoot more pheasants when I get the time off work. And here's the thing, plucking those pheasants can be quite boring. The last four pheasants I had that I was plucking, I thought to myself, this is so long. You know, part of me was thinking to myself, I'll just go back from the butchers next time. So most people would much rather buy animals when it's already been prepared because it's convenient. So this whole thing about people would be scared to kill it themselves is complete nonsense. I have listened to all of these vegan fanatics. A lot of them read from the same script. So I know exactly how they respond. And did you know that these vegan fanatics, they even go as far as comparing factory farming and the eating of animals? They compare it to some of the worst human atrocities in history. They compare it to the Holocaust. They describe it as the animal Holocaust. They even compare it to the transatlantic slavery. Because these vegan nutjobs, they say things like, oh, once upon a time, everyone thought slavery was okay. 100 years later, or hundreds of years later, we now look back at slavery and we're ashamed that humans were doing that to other humans. And they believe that one day we will look back and think to ourselves, hang on a second, we were actually eating sentient beings. Because that's what they refer to chickens and goats and pigs. They actually refer to them as people. Let me tell you, vegans, let me tell you, pale faced vegans, something. We might look at the Holocaust with disgust and shame. We might look back at slavery as shame and disgust. But I could bet you this, there will never be a time in the future where we're ever going to look back at the eating of meat as something to be ashamed of. Since the beginning of time, humans have been eating meat. We are not ashamed of it 400 years ago that humans were eating meat, and we're not going to be ashamed of it now or in the future, because there is something called a diet. There is something called a choice. People can eat what they want. Now, obviously, you can't eat a dog in the United Kingdom because that would be illegal. You cannot eat a cat. But however, chickens and sheep and cows and goats, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So you plant geezer walking into slaughterhouses, behaving like an absolute plonker. The only thing you are doing is wasting your own time. Well, actually, let me tell you what I think is going on here. I think deep down, you know that you are not going to make the change you're claiming you want to make. And what I mean by this is you go in there, you want to show your followers that, look, listen, look at me. I'm walking into these places, I'm exposing them. All my time, all my time. I have given all my time to expose these people and what these people are doing to these poor baby lambs. I don't have a job. So basically, if you want me to continue fighting for the animal cause, then you have to put some money in my pocket in order for me to continue doing it. So then these bastards here, they end up subscribing to this guy, they end up donating money to this idiot. And this guy goes there and causes a nuisance for 15 minutes. And these idiots are giving this guy money to do that. Meanwhile, no animals are actually being saved. So the people giving you money to save the animals are actually wasting their money. Whilst you, well, you're not even wasting your time because you're being paid to be there. It's actually a grift when you think about it. You're telling these guys that you're going to go there because you're going to expose these people and you're going to save the animals when you're not saving anything. And I hate to break it to your fanatical subscribers, these vegan hippies, that not one animal was saved in the process. Those lambs, those cute little lambs that this plant geezer took video, this plant geezer recorded, those lambs are not alive today. Because that is a slaughterhouse. Are you guys aware that that is a slaughterhouse? That is not a petting zoo. That is a slaughterhouse. Those animals are there for slaughter. So those animals are all dead. So you guys, you're giving this guy money for what? For what? So he can have his 15 minutes of fun trolling these hard-working men? You guys need to I think you guys should be more smarter with what you give your money to, what cause you give your money to. Because This guy is not going to stop people eating meat. Joey Carbstrong is not going to stop people eating meat. Tash Peterson, aka the vegan booty, is not going to stop anybody eating meat. Let me tell you how stupid Tash Peterson is. This broad went into a supermarket somewhere in Australia and she stood in front of the fridge that had milk in it. Somebody took milk and put it in their trolley, and she goes and takes the milk out, talking about, this is not your milk. This belongs to her babies, the cow's babies. I took the milk out. And then the person just went and got another one and put it in the trolley and walked off. What was the point of that? You guys are not doing anything. You're making noise and that's it. Nobody converts after hearing such nonsense, such rubbish. See, the thing is this. Meat, I mean, people are not stupid. People know where their meat comes from. It doesn't fall from the sky. It doesn't grow from the ground. It doesn't grow on trees. We know that was a living, breathing thing. Did you know that beef, and I know you guys want to refer to it as a cow because you think it's much more, because you think it's much more, for lack of a better word, humanizing to call it a cow rather than calling it beef, because beef is meat, right? Did you know that on the packets of beef you buy, the British beef, is actually got a picture of a cow on it? The packets of chickens you buy in the supermarket has a picture of a chicken on it. So these companies are not trying to bamboozle anybody by trying to make out like these things were not living, breathing, sentient beings, as you guys refer to it. People know what it is they are buying. People do not care. This is a losing battle. But then these vegans, I've noticed something. They are making thousands of pounds or dollars a month. Do not let them fool you. These vegans with these channels, they are making a lot of money every month. It's the subscribers I kind of feel sorry for. I before I wrap up this video, I am willing to have a conversation with any of these people. But honestly speaking, it'll be a waste of time because it won't even be a debate. It won't even be a debate. Because there is nothing that they could tell me that's going to make me not eat meat. And there is nothing I could tell them that's going to make them eat meat. But the difference is, I don't care what they put in their mouth. But they seem to care what I put in my mouth.